Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Psychic here with Time Monster on camera and probably in the very quiet of your ears if you can hear it through the mic. Let me see if I can turn this. Maybe get a little bit more of your commentary in. We are fighting against Concord tonight. CSU White versus Concord Esports. Special appearance for CSU. Nebby in the Bag releasing the Forbidden Arts, revealing the Masquerade as the Riz Master. And we're going to have to see if CSU can play through that. If they have the Forbidden Power to enable that. It might be looking like they do. Neptune's that opposing Symmetra goes down as Shoes begins to beam into this Ramatra. Spin takes a little bit of space, but unfortunately Shoes goes down. CSU has to rotate back out. Without a tank, this is a very hard fight to try and contest here. ShamWow goes down as CSU is back and forced into their early spawn area. We're gonna have to see how CSU decides to try and pierce through this. I wonder if they might try and go for something using that center pillar where there's the hallway that they can go through. I'm wondering if they might be trying to find like an early pick so that they can then push through. But with the Orisa, never mind, they're going for the hallway. Trying to run through, take a bit of damage, but they are going to be able to make it to the other side. Bjorn goes down. Unfortunately, CSU down a player, down some options. They need to be able to pierce through. There goes Achilles and Neptune. CSU has their chance in front of them, but ShamWow goes down. A lot of trading that you probably don't want to see. Shoes trying to displace this Ramatra, but unfortunately goes down to the Kiriko. CSU taking some major deaths. As much as they were trying to find their option, I don't think they're going to be able to press in here. It's going to force them to adjust, maybe. 55% on the clock for CSU. They might need to make something happen. They do have access to the wall, access to the Fox Tube. Teleports onto the point line, expecting to see some of these ults come out soon. There's the wall from Nebby in the Bag alongside the Fox Tube. Both teams have dropped their Kiriko ultimates. There's the beat. CSU trying to take this team fight. That is going to be interacted with by the Annihilation. CSU unable to take the point even with their ultimates. They do have access to the Terror Surge. They are going to burn it. 169 power. Nice. Takes out the Kiriko, leaving this Ramatra alone and afraid. And there they go. Taken by the South Wind to never be seen again until the next respawn. CSU takes control of the point at 89%. And this could be their chance to make some magic happen. CSU holding at the bridge, interacting with this Sojourn for a second. Prosper does have access to the overclock. They're looking at an overclock, a wall, and a beat. This could be scary for CSU, with the only thing coming up for them is going to be that Molten Core. There's the overclock. This is a scary situation to be in if you're CSU. They're going to drop the lava onto the point. Hidden goes down, so CSU does have the advantage, but it's definitely looking a little bit scary as CSU tries to hold. The wall is up, the options are out, and it's looking like CSU is able to hold here just by the skin of their teeth, taking an ultimate advantage over Concord Esports, which is very good for them in this situation. They need that X factor to be able to keep this rolling. Takes out the opposing Symmetra. CSU has control of the point. They just have to not drop it. Fox 2 from Concord looks like it could be dangerous if it comes down, but it is 60. This could need maybe another ultimate to really find its place for Concord, but CSU is able to hold. They do have access to their own Fox Tube, access to their own beat, access to the Terror Surge, which could be massive if used at the right situation. Let's see the turret go down from Torb. Torb takes a hit. CSU still fighting on. There goes both the Hero and the Symmetra and the Sojourn from Concord. CSU continuing to try and hold on to this point for dear life. Hidden trying to make them suffer as he has. Shoes trying to chase them off of the point. Extremely low health. Looking like it's possible, but that Kiriko at the last second, but not enough. Sometimes you just can't save them. The spear making that Symmetra look like Asuka from End of Evangelion. There goes the rest of Concord. And CSU might just take it. Alrighty then, CSU with a little bit of a scary position starting out, able to turn it around and take the first map for this NECC? NECC match.
First round, not first match.
Well, yeah, but it's the first round of the match.
Ready for
First
battle.
round of the map.
Of the map. Of the match.
They said they took the first map.
Well, yeah, but the map changed. Well, technically the control point changed, but it is a different location.
It's a different point. It's the same location. It's all Lijiang Tower.
But it's a different part of Lijiang Tower. That's a different location.
It's all Lijiang, though.
That doesn't make it the same! We are not in the same location, even though we're in the same location.
Oh.
Round 2.
That's how space works! Alrighty, seems like both teams are going to want to do the teleport in strat. Meeting in the middle, let's see what happens. Dovera goes down, really bad for CSU, especially they're also going to lose Nebi in the bag, and the ball keeps rolling. CSU in a really painful situation, having to get off of the point with a bunch of casualties, giving up some serious ultimate percentage. However, this is how the previous round started, so I don't think they're in too much concern. I think their option here is they're probably going to have to take a second and rethink it. We're going to see the switch off of the Ana onto the Juno, which I am kind of liking. Laser is still a very potent tool. Wall comes up from that opposing Ramatra. Back into this interaction. CSU trying to push onto the point, 17% for Concord. They've been able to even it up a little bit here with the ultimate percentages. Heavy in the back, trying to get some turrets out to control space. Teleports behind, trying to get the mix up. Hits them with the teleport mix. Who are you, Virgil? There goes Hidden! Nebi in the back, showing why this character's no longer a support. There they go! What is this? Mega Man hit him with a charge shot! Juice finishes off Akira and Achilles, allowing CSU to take control of the point to start building some percentage, and that's what we like to see. CSU with control of the point, going to begin to put Concord, to put the hurt on Concord. We're going to see the wall come up from that Ramatra, but comes up behind Shoes. Wonder if that was to try and prevent healing. Neptunes goes down from the side of Concord. This could be major for CSU if they can just keep this ball rolling. Sometimes you just gotta keep momentum. CSU back into the area with 5 ultimates. They've got the ace up their sleeve, the cards on the table, and they are putting the hurt to Concord. We're gonna see a switch over to the Echo, but I'm not sure if it's enough. They're going to try and use this overhang to try and take the point, but CSU is ready and willing to meet them up there. Even if they have the high ground, they're going to take out the turret, but this team fight continues. CSU continuing to fight, drops the wall from Nebi in the back alongside the beat. There's lava all over the floor. The floor is lava, and CSU continues to try and contest. Annihilation comes out from Hidden, but that health is incredibly low. There goes Achilles and Akira alongside Hidden. You drop the supports and the tanks will follow. CSU holds the point with the Terror Surge in the bank, only contested by the wall from the opposing Symmetra. CSU is in a commanding position here. Concord has to find a way to pierce through. They're going to switch to the ball, use a little bit of these side routes to try and C9. CSU needs to be able to notice this. I'm going to see Winter and ShamWow noticing to begin with to force this ball off the point. The Echo's going to come into support, but that's not a healer. That's probably enough to take out Nebi in the bag, and a little bit scary, but CSU is still fighting strong. Shoes trying to get some damage in. Overtime has been procced. This is very valuable. Porter is on the point from the copied Tor. It's a little bit scary. You drop the Terror Surge on 90, but it might not be enough because the Molten Lava is going to finish off Shoes. Scary position to be in. They do have the ultimate advantage, but that's only on that Molten Core. The rest of these look like they're pretty much in line with what Concord has to offer. Alongside that, I'm wondering how this composition change is going to affect CSU's game plan. There might be things that you have to be doing differently into this ball, into this Echo, than you would into the Ramatra and the Symmetra. I'm gonna see CSU looking for a chance to teleport. Nebby in the bag, trying to get that high, cheeky teleport, but gets interrupted by the ball. CSU needs to find a way back onto the point. CSU in the courtyard, they take down Akira, but trade with Dovera. CSU needs to be able to find another advantage. ShamWow trying to force the ball off the point, but unfortunately does not get the boot. Nebby in the back goes down. The turret is off the table as well. 82, it's really scary for CSU right now. They need to find a way in. They need to find a way to finish this fight now. But unfortunately, that's not what you want. That's the beat off the table. Molten Core comes down, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. It takes out Achilles, but trades for it. Dovera goes down, Shoes is off the table, and I think that might be the end of the match. The Mines with a little bit of insult to injury, but CSU is still fighting, but unfortunately, it might not be enough. 99 to 100, Concord taking the second point of this first round.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Alrighty then, moving into the third round. Both teams are going, or never mind, both teams are not going back to the same composition. Concord is sticking with the ball and switching up their DPS and I think also Akira, although I think that might have been a later change. ShamWow goes down to the ante, a little bit painful, not what you want. These early losses of your supports can really put the hurt on you. Shoes burning down Prosper, getting antied, has to fortify. Gets the spear on the ball, gets the kill on the ball, and once you take that tank down, everybody else can fall like dominoes. Everybody has to run back and just desperately try and survive. Shoes in the back line, shredding through Akira, shredding through Neptune. And that's going to be CSU taking control of the point early on. This can be good, this can be bad. Granted, the team who's taken it afterwards, after that first interaction, has been the one to win so far, so it's going to have to be a little bit dangerous. Hidden, coming in from the back, hurting a lot of CSU, taking down Winter. CSU needs to be able to find a way to take down that ball, or it could be really dangerous. Nebby in the back goes down. Rivera trying to heal up here. Drops the speed ring to the Lucio. CSU loses control of the point at about 32%. Has access to the Terra, about to have access to the Beat and the Orbital Laser. This could be a push for CSU, but those mines control so much space, it can be really hard to push into a minefield, especially in a team fight like this. Dovera goes down to the ante. These antes have been on point, shredding through people's health as Shoes tries to take control of the point from a vantage. Teleport in from the Reaper. CSU still trying to get their feet on the point, their boots on the ground. That's going to be the beat coming down. CSU using it as an opportunity to try and get in. Shoes tries to find a kill on the... Oh, okay! Finds the kill on Achilles, and Prosper from the Terror Surge finds the follow-up on Neptune and Akira. And it's going to be hidden, going down as CSU takes control of the point once more. They're going to have to look at that Death Blossom, look at that beat, but at the same time, they've got their own wall, they've got their Molten Core, they've got something to do in this upcoming interaction. Now, granted, that minefield could be really, really scary, but if CSU plays their cards right, they could be able to get it out or be able to handle it in a situation where it's not going to be as brutal. contesting on the point here. That ball is going to take control of some space. We got Stovera getting shredded, but is able to survive because the interaction of their team. Neptunes goes down, good for CSU. Let's see if they can get that ball rolling. However, this will be Prosper trying to take ShamWow's head off with a railgun shot. Shoes goes down. CSU might need to regroup and reconsider. That minefield is off the table at the very least. However, that's going to be CSU losing control of the point. Dovera having to run back with the speed ring and maybe recontest. CSU has access to the wall and that Molten Core still so contested by the Beat and the Death Blossom. I feel like they might be waiting for that Beat to do something. Major interaction in this hallway. Everybody fighting for their lives. I wonder if that might have been a good opportunity for the Molten Core because nobody could have gotten out of the way of it. Double Ante just ran out of the way in just the nick of time. CSU is surviving and needs to find a way onto the point at 70%. This ball is really putting the work on him. That's the ball jumping in, finds a kill on Winter, but Demi in the back finds the kill on Akira, drops the wall. This could be CSU's time to shine. The beat is down from both teams, but CSU's lasts just a little bit longer. There goes Achilles. CSU takes control of the point just barely at 89%, continuing to control the room. They do have new ultimates. They have that Molten Core. They have that orbital laser. We're going to see the overclock come down from Prosper alongside the Nano, but that's going to force out the Molten Core. CSU pushes to overtime, nipping the back, switching over to a Sombra. Let's see how that works. Oh, right. Forgot that Ana was a character for a second. That's unfortunate. Concord takes control of the point. CSU is nowhere to be found. 95%. It's time. It's now or never. Nebby in the bag has to run in. Has the stealth. Gets onto the point. Tries to hack the ball, but doesn't quite get a chance. Currently getting contested, but it might be enough for CSU to get some people on the ground, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to take it. Unfortunately, Dovera getting sniped out of the air. CSU trying to hold on, Shoes on the point, but don't know if that's going to be enough. The CSU losing the third final round of Game 1. It's Game 1 effective though. Same difference.
Play of the game. Initiating match.
Alrighty then, folks. Moving into the second round. CSU taking a loss in the first. They need to be able to find a way to break through Concord. Excited to see how this ends up going. We're going to Kings Row. Very contentious map for CSU history. You have something to say?
Yeah, so this is some lore that dates back more than 2 years by this point. Back when I used to play on the first CSU Overwatch team, before there was a green and a white team, with Winter who was still currently in, and nobody else was on the team, I believe, at the time. Nebby in the bag might have been a substitute. We would always go to Kings Row, and I would always fight that decision. Even when we were losing brawl matchups, we would still go to Kings Row, and we would still lose Kings Row. And also, I scrim this map all the time, and I hate it, and I'm sick of it.
So maybe a little bit of bias, maybe a little bit of insight, but...
A lot of bias. A lot of bias!
Oh, well, I mean, fair enough. Like, anybody who's been here long enough knows your hatred for this map.
One. Attackers.
Alrighty, CSU on attack to begin with. Let's see how they decide to make things happen. We are going to see the Sigma, maybe to counter this very early Widowmaker. We are already going to see the switch off of it as CSU begins to try and push in. CSU pushing in through this sideline. Puts the shield up, tries to get the movement orb up, but that's going to be Sigma dropping the black hole. CSU trying to rotate onto the points. Shoes with a little bit of sneaky shenanigans. Maybe a little bit out of position, but still able to survive. Blocks the shots from the Echo with the shield as CSU begins to try and mount up. I do like that specific position for the turret. Having it in the bush seems brutal. Chamlao trying to run up to try and protect Shoes, but unfortunately goes down in the process. Just a little bit of martyrdom as CSU tries to take the point, just barely under that first threshold. They need to get a little bit more momentum, but unfortunately, I think without Shoes, they're going to have to spend a little bit of time barefoot, waiting for the chance to get back in. CSU groups back up. This could be their chance to push onto the point. 2 minutes 16 on the clock. That's not what the clock says. Pretend that I was right. Akira goes down, so this could be CSU's chance. It's going to be the ult from the... everything in the kitchen sink coming down. But CSU is going to be able to chew through the additional tank. The Gravity Surge takes Nebby in the bag out, but CSU is still trying to fight strong, but they've lost a lot of players, especially through this Mercy ult. And maybe not even just the most Mercy ult. It was the Echo ult into the Mercy ult into the Echo Annihilation.
Duplicate and Valkyrie.
Yeah. I'm not... When have I ever called things correctly?
True!
That's kind of my gimmick.
Copy and mom.
Yeah. I'll do copy, and then I'll come up with my own. Like, I can't force a nickname. I don't force nicknames. They just come to me. Nebby in the back taking some serious damage, ends up getting taken out of position. The Molten Core comes out. Beat comes down from CSU. Everything in the kitchen sink to try and win this match. Gonna be Shoes with the Annihilation, making him suffer as he has. Making him wear shoes that are maybe a little bit too small, but unfortunately they've got a tailor to fix them up, and that's going to be CSU on some real tight time. No options, nothing. They have to make this work, or it could be all over. This is CSU's time to shine, their last moment to make this happen. Let's see what they decide to do. It'll be Shoes trying to push in, taking some serious damage. Maybe needs a little bit of cover. Teleport goes up. Shamwow trying to teleport through, but doesn't quite find something. Shoes and Nebby getting hit with the nano. Everything coming down to stop CSU. Shamwow's off the table alongside Dobera and Winter. Shoes is dead. CSU is really hurting. Nebby in the back goes down, not even for a chance to touch. 9 seconds on the clock, as I think that's Winter trying to get a touch on the point. But we're not quite seeing something, we're just barely seeing the touch. But unfortunately, it might not be enough. It is enough! CSU pushing on to this. This is their last chance. One final chance to shine. Adaptive Circuits alongside that Mercy ult could be real scary. OW2 comes down from Dovera alongside the copied Annihilation, making them suffer as they have, which is not what you want to see when you're fighting for your life out here. Shoes goes down, Dovera is the last standing, and that Sigma gets revived, which is absolutely brutal for CSU. Because I don't think they're going to have the resources to keep feeding like this. They're really staggered, and I don't know if they can just fight long enough to rotate back in. Neptunes goes down, but so does Winter. CSU still fighting strong, but they're contested by a tank and a healer, which can be really hard to handle. Nebby in the back goes down, but so does Achilles. CSU might have a chance, but now it's a 3v2. CSU has their tank back. This is the most longest fight for an overtime, just trying to find their chance to win. Made him suffer as he has, but also the universe is singing the hidden. Goes down, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Overtime is still ticking down, and it's not enough for CSU to take the point. This is scary. This is a problem for CSU White. CSU White has to hold this in the same way that Concord did if they want anything to do here.
They didn't even get a tick, by the way.
Initiating match.
Time situations, you see the defending team give up 1, maybe 2 ticks, because it is in relative safety that you can do that, and it does give, you know, that attacking team a little bit of comfort in that situation. But not even this time. They are not even given a single tick. It is draw or die in this map.
I mean, granted, you could go to tiebreakers, but like, you have to be able to hold this if you're CSU, and if you don't, that's curtains.
Ready for battle.
Midgard Mayhem, baby! A lack of Midgard Mayhem makes me ice slicer. Alright, CSU in a very scary position. ShamWow switches to the Mercy.
How about the space?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty then, CSU moving into what might be the game point if they can't hold this. We are going to see a little bit of silly shenanigans with the Mercy Beam. We're going to see the ball switch, which I can definitely understand. When you only need a single tick, being able to move in and out of the range is incredibly valuable. Hidden doing some shenanigans, which try and harass the backline here. Very scary. ShamWow and Winter go down. Prosper gets taken out, but these trades are not in CSU's favor right now. They have such a longer respawn rollout that they really cannot afford to be losing players like this. Dovera just trying to keep everybody alive, but the Genji in the backline, not where you want to be if you're Dovera. Really scary as Shoes gets shredded and CSU loses control of the point. Concord is going to push in. It might require a C9, but I don't think that Concord is going to give them the chance. C9. Unfortunate for CSU going 0-2. However, they've got one final match to make this happen. One final chance to shine. And let's see how they handle that in the next round. Please come to Midgard Mayhem. It is an Ohio Summit qualifier. 20. What's up?
Smash tournament.
This is a Smash tournament. Like, granted, like if you're here to play Overwatch, play Overwatch. However, Smash tournament. We are an Ohio Summit qualifier. $20 total to enter, and for every 15 entrants, we add $100 to the prize pool on February 23rd in the Fen Hall Esports Lounge.
And there is a redemption bracket. Anybody outside of top 8 will qualify for it.
The tournament's so nice you get to play in it twice.
Initiating match.
Alrighty then, folks, we are moving into the game point for CSU versus Concord. A scary position for CSU to be in. They've been facing some real aggressive competition. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Me when I make a bootleg Statue of Liberty. Why is the guy just in the corner there? He's stuck. Oh, that's his job. He's making money.
He's employed. What up?
3, 2, 1. Objective unlocked.
I don't have to respect every person who's ever been employed.
Let the hack begin.
All right, we're gonna see Hazard on shoes. Yeah, we're gonna see Hazard on shoes.
Woo!
Woo, baby!
Hazard on shoes!
I feel like if somebody else from the booth would be getting Hazard on shoes, lettuce on top. Anyway, moving into this, Shammo takes an early death, but CSU still trying to fight through. It's hidden on extremely low health. Nebby in the back trying to finish out, but is just going to force a backup. CSU in the middle of a bit of a concerning situation, trying to find their way in. They don't have control of the row up. They are contesting it currently. Domavera gets domed by... painful. Shoes gets taken out as well. This is not a good position for CSU. They do have to probably back up after this without a tank, without a lot of options, and without, frankly, Sombra having 60% of her mechanic. I don't know why they did that. I really don't. But I guess that's not important. Back into the hallway, CSU has to find a way to pierce through and take control of the robot. Ooh, Shoes gets hit with the nano! Good. That's bad. Me when I get antied? Me when I get antied.
What's up?
Imaginary technique. Purple.
I'm untouchable.
This is not good. They have forward spawn. Yeah. He's got some ultimates, did some serious damage to both DPS. This could be major. Both Prosper and Neptunes go down. CSU has control of the robot. Akira gets taken out as well. This could be major for CSU. They get their momentum rolling and they can maybe make some magic happen. If there's one team you don't want to give any sort of space, it's probably CSU. They are coming up on 5 ultimates, but ShamWow goes down before getting theirs. Hidden in ShamWow trade, which is still good for CSU. That is a tank off the table. Hazard ultimate comes down, but doesn't quite find a hit.
They stole the robot from us.
Nebby in the back trying to find a pick on this Mercy, but unfortunately gets called out by the ball. Stuck in the back line with a hamster. Sounds like a Tuesday night. CSU still trying to stand on the robot. I think that was Minefield going down. Nebby in the back does find the kill on the Mercy, but gets chased out by the ball. Teleport in the minefield, that's terrifying. I don't know if things can hit you while you're invisible, but I'm getting a nod, so there's a right reason to be afraid. Nebby in the back, not giving him any chance to breathe!
That's just embarrassing.
Unfortunately, don't think too much is going to come out of it. However, chased down ball like you're chasing a prey animal. Takes control of the robot, continues to push in.
Your team is close.
Let's bring it home, people.
Alrighty, we're going to see a change of tank from Concord. No longer confident on the ball. You're going to switch to the Orisa. As their wall comes out.
Adaptive circuit engaged.
Bone comes off the table, takes control of the, or becomes the hazard. It seems dangerous. So see, the joke's I didn't say hazardous. I could have said it, but I didn't. Nebby in the bag, in the back line. This Mercy tries to get a kill, finds the kill. Just me when I have a sight line on the Angel, and they're done going to.
Me when I find the Angel with a shotgun.
Me when I.
I've got you.
Me when I remember when I get the best line to have ever said. Nebby in the bag, please kill this Mercy again so I can say my cool tagline. Fox 2 comes down from Dovera, gets the hack on the Lucio. The music is over and you're hearing the bell toll. ShamWow on some seriously low health, having to interact with this Tracer as Dovera tries to keep them alive. Teleports into Shoes, tries to keep them alive. That's the Orisa down. CSU is able to keep pushing in.
Robots pushing. The breeze brings relief.
CSU in a very commanding position. They are currently just stuffing them out. This feels like an entire reversal of the situation. 124 for CSU. This is their game to win. Terror Search is countered by the beat. CSU still has ultimates on the table. Hidden goes down. This is CSU's game to win. Pulse Bomb goes down, but it's not going to find anyone as CSU takes control of the point. Well, they might have this Fox Tube when they respawn, but they do have to be able to make it back to the spawn before that robot hits the zone. We're going to see the teleport just to try and keep it survive. That's going to be Nebby in the back dropping the EMP to beat through everyone. And that is CSU with a very, very commanding push to take the third round. This could be their time to start the run back.
Play of the game. Initiating match.
Worms.
Worms!
Worms.
Worms!
Worms.
Alrighty then, moving into Servasa for this
Worms.
Worms. Moving into Servasa for this fourth map, CSU able to find a win for that second. Malga? You're switching before you leave the room? I don't believe these anymore.
Malga's very strong in Servasa.
It's Maugan time.
3, 2, 1.
We're gonna see CSU deciding to stick with the Junker Queen. I feel like they might have wanted to maybe mess around with the hazard, but it might not be good into what they're trying to do.
Play a different hero every match.
Wow. Already, we see CSU trying to push onto this first point here. However, Concord is going to get their feet on the ground earlier. The ability's going to come out from the Malga. However, Shoes is trying to stay in their face. Prosper goes down. This could be CSU's chance to win. Hidden goes down. This could be CSU's chance to win. However, Shoes gets traded, which makes us a lot more even than it was. CSU without a tank. Neither team has that kind of backbone to fall down on. Neptune on very low health, trying to find something, but gets hit right out of Reaper mode with the, I think it was just a melee from Dovera. CSU is going to find themselves on the point to begin with. Might just have a chance to take the point here. Concord's going to begin to rotate in. Shoes just trying to hold this angle. Maybe in the back with a bit of an overhang to try and shoot down here. Interaction here. That's going to be the Malga coming onto the point. This could be dangerous for CSU. Just taking. This is Malga. He's Mauging. Orbital laser comes down from Kira here, which is scary. We're also going to see the EMP come out, so it's a little bit dubious. However, CSU is looking like they're taking a lot of very major losses here.
Malga plus the portal solos the Ginyu squad.
What about freezing?
It's a close battle.
Okay. Like after the Ginyus, or just raw?
Just either or.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he'd do be healing.
In fact, I think after the Ginyu would be better because you'd have all the overhealth.
Yeah, probably. Fox 2 comes down from Dovera, along with the shout from Shoes. Admittedly, they do not have a way to cleanse, so that CSU can make this roll. It's all over. CSU drops the beat. This could be CSU's game to win. There goes Akira. And that's the rest of Concord. After a very, it feels like CSU is just locked in. %, rolling upwards. I think they might be able to just get a last first-second touch. Neptunes goes down. The cage fight comes up. There goes ShamWow. Dovera also stuck in the bubble. Supports off the table alongside Shoes and Nebby. No!
The most clearly biased no I've ever heard.
I'm on CSU payroll, okay? Yeah, Concord fighting real strong. I get paid by one of these teams, okay? Who puts food on the table? Who puts Steam games in my account? Exactly! That's why I'm rooting for the team! Both teams on Overclimb. Overclimb, yeah, that's the name of the mode. Death Blossom comes. Go, no! Massive Death Blossom from Neptunes. So I'd be saying, oh no, that's a massive swing.
Yeah, it was just funny.
It was really funny, okay? CSU does take it though. Achilles just running in, trying to take it. The ball is also low location. I love these like last second attempts to roll out and take these. Like, I think that it's a little bit scary for Concord, but like, it is funny. CSU, however, is going to be able to take it alongside some additional value from preventing Concord from getting their final swing. honestly, part of me is feeling like I think Concord would have been better to just
Catch you later.
drop the point. Like, you take a second,
Complete.
you begin rotating to the previous point before the opponents get to start. You get your setup location, and then you're not in this position where CSU's on the point before you.
Point unlocks in 10 seconds.
Carried on the wind.
It's going to be Hidden trying to jump in through this side hallway. That's everyone in the kitchen sink alongside the speed tube. There goes Akira.
Restoring balance.
Neptune in the back line putting some serious hurt on Dovera, but isn't able to find a kill. That's both of their supports off the table, and then their tank.
It's like they aren't even trying.
These DPS are stranded in the middle of nowhere. I mean, back ends up trading, but CSU is still... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm thinking of a fish.
Disrupting.
Alright, it's going to be Akira dropping the satellite vector, but Dovera drops the Kitsune Rush at the same time. First time you'll ever hear me say that. You'll never hear me say it again. CSU takes control of the point very early on. Has access to that Rampage, has access to that Overclock upcoming. Going to need to contest an Overclock and maybe a Death Blossom, but it's looking like Concord's strategy might not be working out. I'm not sure how I feel particularly about that Reaper. Maybe want to support it, use it for something with a little bit more momentum. Like, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but like, I feel like you need some speed here. Like maybe a Tracer would work nice.
Even if Torbjorn to shut down some angle controls, why have you seen him so prevalent? Is that Torbjorn can be a thorn in your side with difficult to dislodge. So that could be another good switcher for Neptune.
I think Torb could definitely be a possibility. I just also think that like Torb might not be what they need right now.
Every time I watch Torb play, I think that when I see him play Torb, it's like, what's going on?
Fair enough. I mean, like I don't know if I'm having that experience. If I don't know if they're going to be playing Torb here.
Team kill.
CSU takes these first 2 points. Could even this up very, very quickly.
Next, flashpoint garden.
Moving into this next point, CSU has access to 3, almost 4 ultimates, going into 1, almost 3 from Concord. This fight seems around even, especially if if Concord is able to force out an ultimate or 2 to prevent CSU from getting a lot of their momentum. Honestly, just in general, the way that this match has been going does not seem very favorable for Concord. If you let CSU get a chance to just find your scent and find the way that you're trying to play, it can be really dangerous. Shoes and ShamWow go down to the Death Blossom. That's terrible for CSU. Amazing for Concord as they take control of the point.
Team kill.
Using one of the ultimates to try and start this fight off strong. The only problem is I don't know if they have the momentum to really keep that rolling. However, we will see a switch to their own Sombra, which I honestly don't hate. I think a lot of these characters... Does Railgun Shot count as an ability?
No.
Oh. That's a little bit worse. The Fox 2 from Akira comes down. Concord wants to win this team fight, but CSU is also dropping theirs. Prosper goes down. Time for the reckoning, but I think that it's going to get Suzu'd. Just a lot of influence from both teams' supports. However, Neptune's goes down. CSU has a lot to chew through because I think those supports are still alive, but Achilles goes down. Hidden goes down. And that's going to be CSU taking control of the point at 95% now. They are also still at an ultimate advantage, so that could be scary. However, Concord does have the time and space to try and win this back. CSU is an advantage, however, they need to play this smart if they want to keep their advantage rolling.
This ends now.
The beat comes down to try and counter. However, Nebby in the back has already gone down before it can really interact. We're going to see a counter overclock here. Takes down Neptune as CSU begins to control the point. However, I think this evens up the ultimate advantage. However, even if CSU is able to win this fight, I think it evens the ultimate advantage. So if Concord is going to be able to push in, both teams are going to have access to their Fox tubes.
I'm here. Coming through.
Which is not an unseen experience. However, whoever wins this team fight wins the point. And if Concord can't, it's all over for them. Get onto the point, however, immediately gets domed by it. Both Fox tubes come up and both teams are trying to fight. Overtime is online right now as Concord tries to maintain point control. However, I think it's just that Junker Queen. The cheese stands alone as Hidden tries to just try and buy time for their team. Finds a kill on Dovera, but it's not going to be enough going down. And CSU evens this up to a 2-2 match. This last one is for all of the marbles, and we will see how it ends up going in the next round.
Play of the game.
Recharging.
Initiating match.
Alrighty then, it call comes down to this Circuit Royale, the map that has made the generation. By generation, I mean, I love this map. I love this map so much. Listen, when you're in a format where every other map is the exact same team, seeing Sigma makes me pop off. I love this man. I love his exposed feet. I love that this guy is just insane and is the most, like, they put this guy in the game.
You love his what?
It's so funny. Man just has his toes out. Look at him. This guy's hilarious.
I'm just gonna look in the corner. I'm a main tech player. I had to learn Sigma for this map alone.
1.
It's so sad that the enemy tank died of Sigma's primary fire.
Primary fire?
Sigma balls.
Ah!
Alrighty then, moving into this round, CSU on attack again first. Let's see what magic they can make happen. We are not going to see a conventional situation. We are going to see a Ana and a Sojourn for range alongside a Sombra, which I'm not sure how I feel about. Admittedly, that's because I'm a big fan of the very traditional, we're just going to snipe you for the entire first point. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been hiccuping like crazy. CSU trying to take control of the cart. Has it under the overhang. Continuing to push in. Rock comes up. Shoes blocks it with the shield. I love these tank duels. Shoes forced back for just a little bit. Might not have the support that you need. And unfortunately, never mind. The way that you exited the camera made me think that they died. Made me think that Shoes died. CSU regrouping and moving in, using that speed wheel for the sake of moving Sigma in earlier. For a character who has as little mobility as Sigma, it's definitely helpful. Maybe in the back with the hack and the virus on the Sigma. Mortality field goes down. Phone is going off, and we've got a third scientist on the battlefield. Universe is singing out. Oh my goodness! The Rock! No, that's so sick though. That's so sick though. Hit him with it. Hit him with it. Make the universe sing to you, Shoes. You have every opportunity to do it right now. The moment that this window goes away, I have a feeling we're gonna start hearing the music. Blade comes out from... Never mind, that's the Hanzo ultimate. That's gonna be the ultimate, or that's gonna be the Nano on Shoes right now. Universe is singing to him, gets both the Hanzo and the Baptiste. Baptiste drops the immortality field, but gets a rock to the dome. If there were a tank and a support on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, that'd be messed up or what?
What?
What? Have you never heard that before?
Your references constantly confuse me.
Someone will get them. Hopefully. CSU, with a very early lead, takes control of this choke point for them to be able to get a little bit more distance. Way different than what we were seeing on King's Row. CSU is playing like an entirely different team. Maybe in the back finds the hack on Prosper, but doesn't quite find a way to survive that interaction. Mortality field goes down, but Shamwow dies with it. Sleep Dart on the Echo. Gives Dovera a chance to rotate back with the rest of the team, but unfortunately, a little bit too low on health. CSU in a painful position, getting choked out from the high ground. Shield comes up as Nebby in the bag and Shoes try to rotate back up to the part. Words! The cart! The payload!
the objective.
Gonna be Shoes hits Prosper with the rock to finish out the transformation. Does have access to the ultimate. This could be major. The rock's off the table. It's time. Shoes goes down, unfortunately, alongside Dovera. Prosper. I thought that was Prosper dying twice and not Prosper dying and then getting revived.
Prosper's died twice.
Why has the blood stopped?
The second Prosper death has really put the hurt on Concord. CSU trying to push onto the point here. Orbital laser comes down onto the point. Neptune goes down. This could be a moment for CSU, but that window could be scary. Universe is singing to everybody on the point. Shoes finds a kill on Hidden. You probably want to kill this Mercy, but I think they're leaving. I don't think they want this. Baptiste goes down. It's high what? It's high what?
It's high.
It's high. It's giving high. CSU gets the second checkpoint here. 2 minutes on the clock for them to keep pushing. Shoes continue to just pretend. Like I love this play from Shoes because like you could kind of believe the rest of the team's right behind Shoes because you can't see anything else. Like that's how this part works. But like sometimes you just gotta poke.
Don't fret. I see you.
Engaging enemy forces.
Shoes drops down, but ShamWow is out of the picture.
Circuits engaged.
It's go time.
Oh no.
You're powered up. Get in there.
The Nano's gonna go off on Sojourn. I'm not sure. Part of me wanted it on the Sigma because I feel like Sigma's got some good damage with the balls. Nebby in the back runs in with the hack on the Sigma. Everything in the kitchen sink. It took out 4 different players' damage to take them down. Nebby in the bag is just. You can't let. Oh my goodness! CSU showing us why you can never count this team out. The EMP for insult to injury.
Score.
So we CSU pushing to third, moving into the final, unless we get a tie, match of this game of Overwatch 2.
Ready for battle.
Alrighty, looks like CSU is going to keep their team composition about the same. Not going to see any sort of changes to the composition, which is curious. CSU is in a bit of a... Frankly, I'm used to seeing Widowmaker Hanzo in this map, which is the weird part, because there is no Widowmaker Hanzo here.
This fallen out of vogue a lot in recent times. It started off, nice shot from Neptune, from the Sigma Make Bastion meta, where that's where people realized Widowmaker isn't as impressive on this map as they thought. Then the map reworked, then the current meta is very hostile to Widowmaker, so overall, it's just not great for Widow's Mayhem.
Fair enough. Admittedly, I wish that meant that the Lifeweaver strat would take over, because that was so funny. You can't pretend like that wasn't the coolest thing to ever happen in a match.
Oh, it was. It was never gonna happen again. That character will never be viable.
Until they make him viable.
They will never make that character viable.
Why not?
They won't. They haven't and they won't.
I don't think they haven't, because people, like, who's buying skins for Lifeweaver?
A lot of people.
Now imagine if you were good.
Yeah, he's already very good at low rank. He'll be high ranks once.
I mean, fair enough.
Adaptive circuits
Trying to
engaged.
hold here, finds the, oh my goodness. Going off the CSU a little bit more room to breathe. Every time you switch out of the camera, I'm assuming someone died. Which was not the wrong belief in this situation, however, ouch.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Wait a minute. Not so fast.
CSU forced back a little bit. I think that this is very similar to what we were seeing in the previous round. I think that CSU might want to maybe think, just do a little bit of metacognition, thinking about what they wanted in this situation and how they can prevent Concord from getting it. They're all grouped up. I wonder if once this rock comes out, if it might be a good idea to try and go for the ultimate. There goes Akira. They don't have one of their supports.
Return to me.
CSU able to force them off of the point, take control of the cart here at a pretty decent area. Granted, I think that they might want it a little bit higher so they can start taking that aggressive high ground. However, I feel like CSU is in a very powerful position. Adaptive circuits come down, but it's on Sojourn for some extra damage. Shoes takes a loss. Unfortunately, Dovera is getting chased down by Prosper.
Functions at peak power.
Able to get out of the interaction afterwards.
Damage systems increased.
Barrier initialized. Barrier cannot withstand. Barrier unsuccessful.
CSU struggling to hold a little bit.
Ends now.
Dragons come out, which makes it a little bit hard, especially without shoes. There goes the EMP. Everybody is silenced. Everybody is taking some chunks of damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for them to take control of the cart. Especially when it's only Nevi in the bag and Dovera on the point. CSU pushed into their third point here. 4 minutes on the clock. Feel like they might need to be able to hold. They might need to hold this for an extended period of time, given the fact that they only have 48 once we move into overtime. Righty CSU trying to find their lines of sight, taking control of the outside pool here.
Let's stop it.
CSU trying to hold on. Shoes still has access to that ultimate. Just barely unable to stop the ultimate from the opposing Sigma. CSU looking for something they need to touch right now. I don't think they have the choice to really be waiting. Unfortunately, I don't think they have enough to start mounting an offensive, and that's the end. You know, honestly, as much as it's fallen out of favor on this map, I don't hate for specifically here. I don't hate the idea of taking a classic, because you want to hold them at that first for as long as possible. Nothing else matters, because you're not... I mean, like, granted, it is 3 minutes, so you do have to hold that, but I think your goal here is you try and box them out for as long as you can.
So the thing is,
Ready for battle.
Widow has fallen out of vote the top level player. For this level, where not only is Widow not as valuable for the average player, which is this is closer to an average Overwatch level. You have two DPS players who are not natural DPS players, let alone hit scan players, let alone Widowmaker players. So I don't think it's a wise choice to go into the Widowmaker, if only because if you fight the Widow on the other side, you might just be screwed. If you bait them into a Widow duel, you might just lose straight up.
Fair enough. I guess I'm living in the glory day when we had some crazy hit scans. Shout outs, Des.
1. Attackers incoming.
Alrighty, CSU moving into this first point.
Don't worry yourselves.
Behind you.
These shoes jumping into this first area, trying to get some momentum going, get the wall up for some cover. Now or never, CSU needs to push this as far as possible. Shoes in the backline with the hazard. And a little bit of DLC privilege. Hit it and go!
Oh! It's not the res!
No, no revive. Go home. You do not get to use your mechanic. People die when they're killed. You don't get to change that.
Under my protection.
People die when they're killed. I know you're that.
Have me again.
He's just trying to keep things rolling. CSU still holding on to the point. First ultimate to come up's looking like the clone, maybe the Valkyrie. Shoes trying to take out the Baptiste, but unfortunately just barely survives. CSU gets a couple more kills. This is what they need. They need to push this further.
Precision and control.
As it gets the wall up, gets the Kelt on the Baptiste as CSU begins to just keep their momentum rolling. Just keep the point getting further and further. The longer that you can keep this rolling, the better off you are.
Finishing them.
Hazard ultimate comes down, traps the Sigma, gets some serious damage on the table. Really nice. ShamWow? ShamWow just deleted that ultimate. However, the other ultimate is not going to be as feasible. Unfortunate for CSU, however, they've definitely got some distance.
Switching sides.
It's going to be difficult, but if they can play this smart, they might just be able
Initiating
to take a win home against Concord Esports. We will have to see in this next round on Circuit Royale.
Ready for battle.
Right, looking like we're going to see the same composition, maybe with ShamWow switching it up. ShamWow has not chosen a hero yet. Which, never mind, we are going to see the Lucio, which I am a fan of.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Alrighty, and we move into the final round for this match between Concord and CSU. They're going to need to hold this to about the first checkpoint and a little bit further, for like a checkpoint and a half, or it is all over, but CSU is probably aware of that more than I am even.
Soothing your wounds.
And they're going to have to play this incredibly smartly. They're trying to keep the backline alive. Shoes just trying to stay in there, and Tank gets hit with the rock. Shoes goes down. That's terrible for CSU. They need to be able to hold And if they can't keep this momentum from mounting for Concord, it's really, really scary.
Reminder, they have 3:35 to get this done, so the time bank is full as can be.
As much as CSU pushed very far for what their time bank had, like, it's nothing compared to Concord's. Concord's has a way better chance of being able to make it to this point if CSU does not put some spikes in their road. Wind shear goes down, which is really bad for CSU. They do not have the space or time to be losing players. Ultimate comes down from the Sigma. Don't think it's going to find a kill aside from Shoes just barely surviving. ShamWow gets shot down by Neptune. The Fox Tube is going to come down. CSU does have access to the beat. However, it's currently contesting the ultimate from the opposing Mercy. They cannot let this move. They cannot let this move. Beat comes down. CSU tries to win this team fight. Immortality Field goes down alongside both of their DPS. They are declawed. However, they got a minute 30 to make this happen. CSU cannot give them any space to breathe whatsoever. They need to really, really get value out of this EMP, out of this overclock if they want to be able to take this home. Minute 15 on the clock. It's now or never. Nebby in the back loses teleportation, or has the teleport up. Teleports into the point. That's going to be an EMP. Hits a bunch. Takes down Akira. Takes down Prosper. Minute is on the clock. The possibility is on the table for CSU. But with a kind of missed chance for that overclock, they might be in a little bit of a sticky situation, especially with the Hanzo ult online. They're also going to have to look down the barrel of that Mercy ult again if they're not able to close this out quickly. You want to take out the supports here and now. Universe is saying to them, and Shoes is going to die from it. Alongside the ultimate, CSU needs anything they have to keep rolling. But the clone comes down and Nebby is revealed as CSU desperately tries to take control of the cart. But there's nobody to stand on there without dying. Nebby tries to get onto the point but immediately gets hit by some serious damage, and with 14 seconds on the clock, CSU, unfortunately, is unable to take down Concord. Very, very close game, very, very intense one. Thank you so much for joining us. I believe we've got a Rocket League game tomorrow if you want to tune in. Thanks for joining me. I have been Psychic with Time Munster, impartial commentary, and definitely on production. Thank you so much for joining us. Come to Midgard Mayhem and have a good night.